The NBA playoffs don't reset between rounds. They don't allow for a reseeding to ensure the best teams are always facing the worst. They don't take a day off, at least not early. As a result, with 2 Game 7s left to determine the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Western Conference Final Four is set: Warriors vs. Pelicans and, as determined late Friday, Rockets vs. Jazz. The Golden State Warriors faced a good warm-up test against the pesky San Antonio Spurs, yet ultimately strolled into the round, losing just once. New Orleans, on the other hand, shockingly swept the Portland Trail Blazers and became the first team to advance. Steve Kerr announced that Stephen Curry is very likely to return for Game 2, although in a limited role. Can the Warriors get it done in the series opener without their superstar, or will the Pelicans take full advantage as they attempt to pull off a stunning upset? Will Houston find the going tough against a Utah team that ousted OKC? Our CBS Sports NBA experts predict who they believe will prevail and advance to the Western Conference Finals. Igor Mello, CBS Sports. Here are your CBS Sports expert picks for the second round, which will be added to as the second round matchups become known. No. 2 Golden State Warriors vs. Number 6 New Orleans Pelicans Playoff Series Preview. Bill Ryder, it's a shot in the dark without knowing Curry's status. Still, give me the defending champions. Prediction: Warriors in 6. Red 4 Grave, with Steph Curry's injury keeping him out, and with Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday continuing to play at a high level, the defending champs will struggle mightily and go down 3-2. But a triumphant Curry return in Game 6 will propel the Warriors to the Western Conference Finals. Prediction: Warriors in 7. Brad Botkin, the run ends here for New Orleans, though I don't expect it to be easy for Golden State. I expect Stephen Curry to return by mid-series, and defending Curry is different than defending Damian Lillard, with all due respect to the Blazers' star. The Pelicans have the ability to match up with Golden State. Jrue Holiday is elite on the perimeter and can check Klay Thompson and/or Curry. Nikola Mirotic showed he can defend high as a switcher, shader on pick and rolls, and you'll see Anthony Davis on Kevin Durant plenty. But each one of those matchups is a little bit of a stretch, and by the end of games and the series, it'll just be too much for the Pelicans to maintain to keep up with Golden State. Prediction: Warriors in 6. James Herbert, maybe I'm overreacting to almost the entire NBA intelligentsia underestimating the Pelicans, or overestimating the Blazers, I guess, in the first round, but I don't feel right predicting that they will go down easily against an incomplete Warriors team. Of course, if Stephen Curry returns earlier than expected and doesn't have much rust, this could be over much more quickly than my prognostication. Prediction: Warriors in 6. Colin Ward-Henninger, the Pelicans come in red hot, but this is a focused, united Warriors team. New Orleans pushes the pace, which plays into the Warriors' hands, particularly if Steph Curry comes back. It's been a great ride for the Pelicans, but it ends here. Prediction: Warriors in 5. Jack Maloney, the Pelicans have a top 6 or 7 guy in the league in Anthony Davis and played some fantastic basketball in their first round sweep of the Trail Blazers, but their season will come to an end in the second round. Despite the momentum they carry into the series, the Warriors are just too good, too talented. Steph Curry's absence may cost them a few games, but the Warriors will take this series. Prediction: Warriors in 6. Chris Barnwell, the Warriors could easily blow this series out of the water and sweep the Pelicans handily. However, Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday have earned the respect of giving them at least 2 games, and especially if Curry doesn't play at the start of the series. If New Orleans is going to have a chance, it will be through Davis and his size, but the Warriors are just too talented. They still have Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green as a defensive force. How do the Pelicans plan to slow down and keep up with Klay Thompson? There are just too many problems the Pelicans have to solve if they're going to win 4 games. Prediction: Warriors in 6. No. 1 Houston Rockets vs. Number 5 Utah Jazz Playoff Series Preview. Writer, a Rockets team that's not as sure a thing in the postseason as many want to believe have their hands full against a Utah squad that's seen the rise of rookie sensation Donovan Mitchell and has been among the game's best stretching back to January, when Rudy Gobert returned from injury. Prediction: Rockets in 7. For Grave, the best matchup of the second round, the NBA's best defense against the NBA's best defense. We saw in the first few games of the Rockets-Timberwolves series that the Rockets can sometimes struggle to find a rhythm, but when they do, like in the third quarter of Game 4, watch out. Ultimately, Utah's lack of offensive creators will doom the Jazz. Prediction: Rockets in 7. Botkin, this will not be an easy 6. I'm tempted to say it'll go 7, but the Ricky Rubio injury hurts the Jazz more than I ever thought losing Rubio would hurt any team. As the Minnesota series went on, Houston found its stride, and if they keep shooting the way they're capable of, I don't think Utah can keep up. But man, Donovan Mitchell is something. I'm having a hard time going against him right now. Prediction: Rockets in 6. Herbert: I love this Jazz team, but I can't see Rudy Gobert dominating the way he usually does against the Rockets' three-point heavy attack. I was going to say this would last 6 games, but the Ricky Rubio news is a big blow for Utah. Prediction: Rockets in 5. Ward Henninger: While the Rockets have long been considered a shoo-in to face Golden State in the Western Conference Finals, this Jazz team will not go down without a fight. Utah's playing cohesive, inspired basketball right now, and the only thing stopping it from winning this series is the Rockets' ability to put points on the board. The Jazz defense will be stingy as usual, but great offense beats great defense, particularly in a Game 7 at home. Prediction: Rockets in 7. Maloney: The Jazz were terrific in their first-round series win, but unfortunately for them, they don't get to play the Thunder again. Instead, they'll face off against a much better, and more balanced, Rockets team. It should be an interesting series stylistically, as one of the best defenses in the league meets one of the best defenses. But in the end, the Rockets will prove too talented, and move on to the Western Conference Finals. Prediction: Rockets in 5. Barnwell: The Rockets blew through the first round, but they showed some offensive struggles against a pretty beatable Timberwolves defense. Houston is still the definite favorite going into this series, but Utah's a much stronger defensive team and should be taken very seriously. There is a lot of upset potential here. All of that said, it's hard to go against the likely MVP in James Harden. Prediction: Rockets in 6.